pretty good, honestly. Been a pretty good day.
Good.
Um,
Your sound.
Oh. All right. Should be good. Appreciate you coming back, man.
Oh yeah, man. Totally was about to beam out to help my buddy with his truck, and he texted me, and I was like, "Oh shit, gotta get back."
No worries.
Yeah, thanks for making it back. Really appreciate it.
Good.
So just to welcome you on Ruction Nation, Luke Clay, also known as Mr. Fishen, or better known as Mr. Fishen. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, why don't we just dive right in? Tell us what you do.
I'm a commercial fisherman in Alaska. From your halibut, your king crab, to your salmon, to your dungeons, I have fished it all.
How long have you been doing that?
I think I'm going on 8 years now. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Can you walk us through how you got into that? You know, what led to that career path?
How I found out about it was through my grandpa. Just some young when I was probably like 5. We were fishing at Clear Lake, and he's a very successful man. He's a professional football player, teacher, correctional officer, all these extraordinary things. And we were just fishing. He was all like, "I've done all these things, but I never got a chance to go to Alaska and try crabbing." And then since then, it just stuck with me. So going throughout high school, saved up money, still couldn't afford a plane ticket to Alaska to Dutch. That shit's like, one way is like 1,500, and that's like peak season. But
Where's home for you?
Stockton, California.
Okay.
But went to college for a second. Then I saw had 3 jobs. I was looking for a third: dishwasher. Then I was a mover. Then I saw this ad on Craigslist for a seafood processor in Alaska. And then in bright red, it said paid flight from whatever you're at to Alaska. And I was like, oh, maybe this is the way. Did it, flew out there, was processing. And then I started talking to the captains from there. And one day, a captain was like, "We're leaving right now. You coming?" Left all my things, hopped on the boat. Been there ever since.
That's wild. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Oh, extraordinary adventure.
Walk us through kind of what life is like on the boat. How long are you out at sea? And kind of just what are your day-to-day tasks? And
Usually all depending on how long, like in Alaska, in the course of a year, I'm probably up there probably 6 to 8 months out of the year, depending on how much I want to fish. Like this go around when I leave in, I think, 20th or the 16th, I'll be June, July, August, September, October, 5 months. But let's see. So we're fishing for gray cod every 3 days. We have to offload to keep the quality of the fish fresh. You know, let's just start from the beginning. We'll fly in, get the boat all ready, put the shore power away, make sure if the boat's functioning. Head out, start working on our pots. A lot of gear work, like 3 days. Get the gear done, get food, probably like $5,000 worth of food. Because we're, once we get out, it's out there for this season, probably a week. But we only go to this little island called Akutan, which has no grocery store. So we won't see actual town for more than like 2 months. Day to day is just like wake up, make bait, and then start from 5 and end at probably like 5 to 5. You know, if we're on really good fishing, then it's 5 to the next day, like 3 in the morning or 3 in the afternoon.
Those
The
are long.
days vary depending on like what's really going on.
How many people are typically on a crew or on a boat?
It goes average probably 4 to 5. The captain, chief, and then usually like 3 other deckhands.
Okay. How do you move through the ranks there?
Literally, all it is fishing is just how long you've been on the boat. You know, because seniority, it's like, you know, I was on my boat now, the St. Paul. I was, you know, bottom of the food chain, not a greenhorn, but at the bottom. And then there's the chief engineer who's second, and then the captain. So I got to wait for him to be captain, the chief. Captain retires, and then I'm like, okay, now you're chief. So it's just depending on how long you know stay on the boat and if you're willing to go down and learn other things.
Right. What would you say is your 3 favorite things that you do on the boat?
Oh man,
Aside
like work.
yeah, work wise. Aside from catching, obviously, that's got to be just a thrill in
Obviously,
itself.
the adrenaline rush when you're in like a storm and you're looking up like at a wave. It's that heart pounding. And then all the
We've seen some of your videos of you, you know, cresting waves at night and stuff, and
oh man, dude.
it's insane.
It's adrenaline rush. I mean, that's literally what keeps me in it. I'm just like, you know, fishing with the homies, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, wait!" I'm like, "Oh," you know, and then we gotta run. But
Where do you guys
I mean,
run to?
anything that's welded to the deck.
Okay.
I mean, I've literally seen a wave rip through steel. So I'm like, either I'm running to hold on to something, or I'm just gonna run inside.
Have you ever experienced anyone going overboard?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah,
What's that like?
that was not a good day. We were long lining halibut, and this crewmate's a pretty smaller guy. He's like very, very prone to injury and stuff like that. But the line came out the block, and he's walking up the rail, hands up like this, and then he's trying to put it back in, and then the boat rolls this way, and he just flips right over the rail. And I was right behind him. I just got done gapping the halibut, and I see him go over, and I'm like, overboard! And I just dove down, grabbed him by his life vest, and just yanked him up. He's in the water less than like 6 seconds. The whole crew reacted really fast. So, yeah, that was my first experience. That was scary.
Mm-hmm.
It just literally, and then he was overboard.
Unreal. Is there a timeline where it's concerning if someone goes overboard, like
I mean,
standard?
all depends on the weather. I mean, if it's nice out, obviously, someone's overboard, someone's overboard.
Right.
But if it's calm out, it's not really like, oh my God, we got to get to him. But if it's blowing like 45 miles per hour and you're trying to get to him, literally the wind is blowing the boat and the current away from him. So that's when you got to start getting serious, put your survival suit on and try to get to him. But, you know, boats are really strong. They got a lot of horsepower, but can't win against Mother Nature.
No.
Second, I would say probably all the cool sea creatures you see. I mean, I've seen albino orca.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought it was like whatchamacallit, hallucinating. I know I've been up that day was like 27 hours and just cutting black hot heads off, and I'm like, damn, and I just see it just, and I'm like, hey, I just seen an albino orca, and they're like, no, Luke, orcas are black and white. It's a normal orca. And I'm like, nah, dude, I know what I saw. And then, you know, months later, albino orca spotted on the coast of Dutch Harbor. And I'm like, I told you guys, I saw him right there. Or like just mostly the sea creatures, the wolf eels, lumpfish, always a surprising to see something new in a pot.
What's your favorite thing that you've found in a pot?
Oh man. Hmm. Let's see. I mean, I do like catching wolfeels or getting a huge chunk of coral. That's like always makes my day. Or oh man, I had this bottle and it was from Japan and it was from the '60s. Hella old, perfectly intact too.
Wow.
Oh, damn! I found a whale bone.
That's cool.
Yeah, huge ass whale rib bone. That was pretty sick.
Do you guys take that or keep it or just throw it back out?
I keep it,
Yeah.
but
Well, I would.
hard to fly with.
I swear it's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have
A
a pretty
whale
fun.
rib.
You have a pretty funny segment on your Instagram or really all your social media where you yeet or keep things, which is awesome. I would
Those
say,
are really fun. I like. It's funny. I haven't done one where I show the keeping aspect. But
yeah. It's a whole lot
usually
of-
it's
and
a lot of yeets.
I'm sure that you run into plenty of problems when you're out on the boat, you know,
Mhm.
things breaking down,
Oh
how-
man, injuries. I don't know if you guys
injuries.
can see it.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
man.
the finger that you used a Magnum condom on.
What kind of
Yeah.
mindset do you have to have going out there? I mean,
Oh, mentally tough. You gotta literally be like my first captain, Bill Wall. Shout out Bill Wall. He literally told me um mind over or mind over your body. Because the mind is weak, but the body's tougher than shit. That's the exact words he said. You know, you could break bones, scratches, cuts, all that, and your body can still function through that. But if you're not mentally strong, you're not going to last in fishing. And that's all it is. I mean, fishing is hard. You're working hours, long hours every day, back to back, back to back. But it's what I think that gets you guys is just the repetitiveness of fishing. You're doing the same thing over and over and over. The only thing that's hard is dealing with is just the weather. That's where your mental toughness comes in of like maybe, you know, your first day out, you know, fishing's insane. You know, you're catching, you know, 700 pound no, not 700 pound, but a pot full of 700 pound fish. And like, oh, you know, even throughout the nights, fish is still good. Gotta keep going. Now you're on hour 26, and captain's like, yep, 2 hour nap. Just to wake up and do it again. Hands are just crunchy, can't even bend them. Yeah, mental toughness is big. I mean, we've had this 6'5" Marine dude just brolic, and he's like, you know, just you guys don't know anything about strength or work ethic, this and this and that. I'm like, all right, man, just relax, dude. Wait until we actually get to work. And he's all like, you know, shut up, you're a blah blah blah. You know, you're a weakling to compare to me. I can't believe you're getting paid more than me. And I'm just like, all right, man. You know, first day of bad weather, 30-foot seas, see him get smacked up. And he literally curled up in the ball in fetal position and was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And you know me, after dealing with all this talking shit, I was like, hey, what happened to I'm an all American corn, you know, corn-fed field hand, blah, blah, Marine combat medic. I'm like, what happened to all that? I'm like, that's a little one. You got hit by a little one. I'm like, it's only day one, dude. We got 3 days of that. Didn't even last the trip. Quit. Went home.
How do you go home when you're on the boat?
Oh, usually it's after the trip. So when somebody quits, it's kind of, you're not like cussing them out or calling him a pussy, blah, blah, blah. But it's, you're kind of shunned. You know, you sleep in your bunk. You're the last one to eat breakfast and lunch. And then after the trip, if the trip's really good, we're just going to keep you on the boat. But if it's a bad trip, take you straight to town, drop you off. You figure it out.
Right.
You know, because we're independent contractors. So that flight, that's all you, buddy. Pay that 1,700.
Wow. That's that's wild.
Yeah. That's always fun. I was like, when guys quit during the first trip, I'm like, hey, bro, just last through this trip because you'll make just enough to break even. You'll get home, but you won't go home with anything. But you won't be stuck here trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
What's the turnover like for guys coming out? How many people throw in
Oh,
the
man.
towel? I'm assuming a lot.
I almost want to honestly say, I want to say it's honestly 50-50. A lot of guys will stick to it, but there's if you don't have anyone there like basically nursing you, it's gonna be rough. Like I had like my older brother came up and I had him fishing with me and he was already struggling, ready to quit. And I was like, hey man, we're almost there. We got this many trips left, this many days left. There's a weather day coming, you're gonna have time to sleep. Just hold on, hang in there. But back in the day, the older guys, he's just like, they didn't care. You get thrown to the fire pit. You sink or swim.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how do you learn all the stuff? Is it just on the job training? Like
Literally, as like it's learn fast or get out of here. It's not like I like to do is which not a lot of people do is I'll sit with my new guys and show them all the knots, show them this and this and that. A lot of old guys don't like to do that because they'll teach a guy, which I'm starting to understand now. You'll teach a guy everything just for him to quit the next trip. And you're like, well, I just wasted my sleep, my time to recuperate, teaching you things, and you just left. Now I just wasted all that on you for nothing.
Yeah.
do you think there's any way to change that 50% turnover, or do you think it's just kind of nature of the beast?
I honestly think it's nature of the beast of the game. I mean, fishing is rough.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it, but the lifestyle of it is really hard. I mean, away from your family all the time. And then you're just whole seasons up there, just literally having your what my captain says it's the bad day at work for the rest of the season, for the whole season is what it feels like. Everything is just it's never take your time. It's go, 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 full throttle, never slowing down. Oh, you want to go to the bar, get a drink? Nope. There's no fish in town. That's the whole slogan. There's no fish in town.
Wow.
Just word.
Man. So you mentioned that the thrills of weathering the storm kind of keeps you coming back. Is there anything else that keeps you coming back?
Yeah, I would say catching your own money. I mean, it's very, very satisfying, knowing that these 30 hours, 40, this and this and that one day, and you end the trip and you take the hatches off and look, and there's like this much room left in the tank. Like, damn, we really just caught 180,000 pounds of black cod. Like, we did this. No one else. This right here is what we caught. We brought it up. This is all us, and it's really, really fulfilling.
That's awesome.
It has to be fairly lucrative. I mean, it's a risky job, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, think my first season ever, met a boat, Scandi Rose, got really close to the crew, and first crab season ended, and then heard in the news, Scandi Rose went down. All 5 gone. Just like, you'll meet someone in town and then boop, you won't see him back. And you're like, what happened to him? Oh yeah, his boat sank and yada yada happened. I'm like, damn. Like I was literally just talking to dude.
Wow.
It's always a key thing to stay on your toes, stay ready. Got my few mistakes.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened with that injury?
Oh man, so there's a pot was coming up from the block, and I had my hand on the rail of the boat, so it was like this, and the pot came straight up, and it swings a little bit, and just boom,
Oh gosh.
yeah, smashed right into it. Got it checked out. Luckiest, usually when the pot hits you coming up like that, you're supposed to lose your whole finger.
Wow.
I had no broken bones, no fractures, no nothing. I have all feeling. I mean, my
Wow.
finger is ugly, but
At least
I
you
can still move
use
it.
it. Yeah. Use it, move it. That's bad.
Yes, Sam. I did the same to this pinky, this finger, this finger.
Same
Yeah.
injury, same deal.
Oh, different things. Was gutting the halibut. Halibut flopped up really hard, cut this whole finger open. Did kill it enough?
Yeah.
What kind of PPE do you usually bring along with you?
PPE.
Yeah. Is there protective equipment that you can utilize or
Oh,
not really?
nah. I mean, other than a life vest, not really. I
Do you
mean, some guys
wear that
like.
the whole time when you're on the deck?
Oh yeah, I mean, some boats don't do it, but after seeing my homie go overboard, regardless of what boat I'm on, I'm wearing that.
Smart.
Same thing with like, I mean, there's your knife belt, life vest. Some guys wear helmets. I mean, I don't wear helmets just for the fact of, shaking around, chafing.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Usually it's just hat, and a hoodie. Oh.
So when an injury takes place, is that you said you're an independent contractor? Do you carry like your own insurance for
So
stuff like
with
that?
injuries like that, yeah, but most boats do, but my boat's really cool. Is uh, they pay for all my flights home and then my medical stuff at home,
Oh, nice.
which is really if they don't have coverage for it, they don't have any like no life insurance, no medical stuff like that. But whatever injury the company's gonna pay for you, they're gonna take care of it, which is really awesome. Most boats are like, you're injured, all right, we pay for your flight. All right, bye.
Hmm.
Let us know. Or just send us the bill. We don't care about what you got to do.
Does it depend on kind of how valuable you are to that crew, or is
Mm,
it's
and
just more
honestly, it's just how nice the company is. I mean, I've seen some companies where usually most companies, for like injury wise, is very sensitive. Because regardless of what kind of injury, if that deckhand decides to sue, the company's going to lose every time
Right.
because it's danger. You shouldn't have been fishing in this weather, but that's the game of fishing. If weather's bad, but fishing is really awesome, guys got to work through it. This is how we make our money. If we decided to take a day off, then we're burning fuel, burning this, spending more time out at sea than we should, and we end up losing money in the long run. But I got an example of this one crewmate, he should have dodged it, but the pot was sliding from a roll. Instead of getting out of the way, he put his leg up trying to stop a 400-pound pot, snapped his whole leg.
Hmm.
And he ended up suing the boat for unsafe work practices. But the whole thing was the captain was like, yeah, we're in bad weather, but everyone else got out of the way and you decided to, oh, yeah, let me put my leg up here and stop it. And ended up, getting himself hurt. He lost. The company lost. They ended up paying him like $3 million.
oh my
Yeah. And usually when you sue a boat like that, you're blacklisted from the fleet. The fishing community is really, really small. But he got blacklisted, ended up blowing off that money. It was like, hey, can I get a job? Whole fleet in Alaska, Kodiak, Homer, all that was like, no, we heard about you and you sue boats.
wow.
It's awesome that the community is like that, though.
Oh yeah, it's community is really small and really close. So there's like, you got to keep your name really well. If you're not good with working with your coworkers or other fishermen, people remember that and word spreads out real quick.
Right.
Have you ran into that with a crewmate where just tempers
Yeah.
there and personalities don't mesh?
You sometimes, I mean, I usually get along with most of my crewmates,
Yeah.
but even if I have like beef with someone, I'm like, I know you don't like me. I know you don't like you, but at the end of the day, we're here to make money. We're not here to try to make friends, make this into like, happy go lucky or like, nah, let's get through the season and then we can both go our separate ways, But sometimes people end up, fighting and then really best friends after.
Right. You mentioned something earlier. Well, you mentioned it a few times, but can you explain? Are there different seasons for different type of fishing?
Yeah, so like winter is usually like gray cod, dungees, snow crab, barred eye. Summer's in the fun fishing like salmon, black cod, halibut, and I think guys do like scallops and I don't know about shellfish, but all I know is sucky seasons, winter, fun seasons, summer, really fun season, spring, which is king crab, and then what's another one? Oh, brown crab too, which is basically the same.
What makes it fun?
Just picking up like 20-pound crab, and it's like, oh, this is $100 right here, dude.
That's crazy.
And then the season's like really quick. Probably got like, oh, it's 100,000 pounds you have to catch. If you're catching 20-pound crab, you don't really need to catch like, 100 in a pot. You get on a 30 average. Season's done in 2 weeks. You go home.
Yeah.
Do you use the same method for all seasons, or do you have to switch that up?
So my boats, we strictly use the cages pots. But for like salmon and salmon, you'll gill net, which use nets. But those aren't the same nets like dragging for like pollock and what is it, hake. Those are the nets that drag the bottom. We don't like those. We don't like those at all. Kill in the ocean.
Right.
And then it's the same method, just a little different. Like gray cod, all crabbing is you'll single pot, and all you're doing is changing the line and how the pot's structured. Then you start getting to like really deep fishing, like black cod, which are going like 4,000, 5,000 feet. Is same thing, just the line's longer.
That's
cool. It's just rinse and repeat.
How do you know? Is there like a weight scale? Like how do you know
the fish?
Yeah. But no, how do you know that the pot is full? Like when it's ready to pull up?
That's the game.
Sure.
So it all depends. Like gray cod is the pinnacle of fishing. One of the hardest fishing. And don't believe people. Oh, crabbing's hard. Hell no. Crabbing's a vacation compared to gray cod. But for depending on what you're fishing for, like fish, they swim fast. They'll go into the pot, and then depending on the tide and where the current's going, like this is the face of the pot. Current's running this way. Fish are going to swim through the current, go into the pot fast. Crab, in fact, are slow, and when the current's running, they're going to hunker down and not move. So you got to, depending on how fast whatever the creature you're fishing for is, how long. Like fish, maybe 4 to 5 hours. Crab, you got to wait at least a day or 2 days to see if they're actually going in the pot. Then you can start, having your long days and following them.
Sure. Do you guys typically stay in the same area? Obviously, the boat's always moving,
Yeah, there's usually we'll go out and he'll be like, it's like a traditional grounds for whatever fishery you're going to. But usually the fleet will start in the same spot and then everyone will follow their own school of fish and find out where they're going.
How do you plan for it? Just experience or the captain's experience of
Captain's experience. There's like a traditional ground for whatever fishing. And from there, you base it off of throughout the month or season of usually I like, this is my go-to spot to start. And then I'll follow them north. But when the north dies out, I know out west is where they're going to be hitting, and you're just constantly adjusting.
do other captains ever get pissed off if someone takes
Oh
their
my
spot?
god, yep. That is that is such a so during a state when you can only fish only I think it's 5 miles off of shore, and there's like a go-to spot for everyone, which is the honey hole.
Mhm.
And that's when you have like at least 15, maybe 16 boats in this like 40-mile radius, all fishing the same fish in the same spot. So you get into, hey, you set your gear on top of mine. No, I didn't. You're hauling my pots. Yada, yada, yada. Or you go to town and you're just mugging each other at the bar. Like, you guys hauled our shit. That's why you guys caught more fish than us. We're like, nah, man, it's the fish went in our pot. No, our pots were looking different when they came up, and we're like, all right, man.
Is there any like theft or foul play out there that you've experienced or heard of?
One, there is some, but those are on the tweaker boats.
Did you say
The
you
boat.
said tweaker?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a couple like known tweaker boats in the fleet where if you dock up next to him, some of your shit's gonna be gone. But usually, fish community is small and everybody's like looking out for everyone. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you see you docked over next to, we're watching.
Mhm. Right.
Like stuff like that. Usually the fleet's really good on like not stealing, other than the tweaker boats.
You'd think that those guys would get vetted out, but there's
Huh.
always bad people, I guess.
Funniest thing, captains are like, oh, the best deckhands are always the methed out one. And I'm like, huh? They don't need to sleep, they don't need to eat. That's perfect.
I guess the logic is there.
Yeah.
But it also comes with some, I would say, headaches.
Oh man. I got a story. We hired these two guys and I thought they were normal when we were in town. But, I was like, oh man, these are guys gonna be fun. Get out there. And they started doing their little weird. And I'm like, all right. So I had one I nicknamed Crazy Crackhead and then Shy Crackhead. So Shy Crackhead would be like, would be done for the day. And I'd like to turn off all the lights on the boat just to, get in that just calming feeling when you come inside without a bright lights, LEDs, yada, yada. And you'd be standing in the bathroom in the dark, like holding onto the wall. And he's peeking out like this. He's going, hi, Luke. And I'm like, yo, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just in the bathroom. I'm like, pissing in the dark is just crazy.
It's got good aim.
Oh, dude. Or he would be like sitting like, because we have a shower on the boat, but it has like a little step over, and I'm like stepping in about to piss, and he's like, oh, I'm in here, Luke. And I'm like, why? And he's staying in the shower in the dark. He's like, oh, it's relaxing sitting here, close walls. And I'm like, you know what else has close walls and it's comfortable? Your bunk. How about go in there and not stand in the dark and like watch me pee, bro? That's weird. But Crazy Crackhead was literally crazy. He had these old ass knives we used for blackcotton, super rusty. There's 7 of them. Tips are broken off, covered in rust, fish scales, all that. And we had a bench that he stuck all the blades in the bench, knives up. So when you would sit down, he would stab you in your ass. And I was like, hey, why'd you do that? I feel safe with knives around me. And I'm like,
Oh, God.
Oh fuck, bro. No. And then in his bunk, he taped a huge ass like cleaver there, and he's like, I like when a knife's above me, and I'm like, hmm, hmm. And he
Wow.
would every day, end of the day, he would bust out his pencil box, and he had this mermaid coloring book, and he would lay on his stomach in his bunk, and he would color. And I'm not gonna disrespect him for his little hobby. You know, go ahead, color. You know, grown ass man coloring. All right, cool. Don't care. But he was coloring and going like making strange noises, going, "Gimme more coloring," and he's like farting as he's like blowing bubbles. And I'd be like, "Hey, why are you doing that?" And he's like, "Doing what? You're like making fart noises and blowing bubbles." "No, I'm not." I'm like, "All right." And he would continue to do that.
Oh my
Or
god.
no, a 2 hour nap. There's a short one. I'm trying to sleep. All of a sudden I hear and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, in the sitting room in the house of the boat. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm sharpening my knife. And we have a 2 hour nap and I'm hearing a grinding stone, a grinder. Why right now? I just don't feel safe with my knife sharp. And I'm like, go outside. It's comfy in my bunk, and there's nothing but metal shavings and bloody scales all over the stateroom. And I'm like, sick. But the final straw is when we all woke up. Shy Tweaker was normal, and Crazy Crack Tweaker was taking his time. And I'm like, where's he at? He comes out waddling on deck like a penguin, and I'm like, oh, this is about to be great. What do you have to say, bro? I'm like, what happened? He's all like, well, Luke, you know I'm having withdrawals. I'm like, yep, I know. And we're trying to rush to get out there, and I'm like, you didn't have to rush. Well, I shit myself, Luke. And I'm like, why do I smell a bunch of pine saw? He's like, well, instead of wiping my ass and taking a shower, I grabbed that pine saw and rubbed it between my ass cheeks and my chest so you wouldn't smell it.
Oh my god.
My captain starts yelling at us on the hailer like, hey, what are you guys doing? Get out there. Pot's coming up. I had to like crawl up there and be like, hey, I'm going to give him a minute. He's like, no, I gave you guys 15 minutes to get out there. And I'm like, let's just do this for me for the one time, Cap. Just listen to me, please. I know it's your boat, your rules, but give him 20 minutes. He's like, are you serious? I'm like, I'll tell you when we get into town. Let's just get this trip over with and go home.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then he sat down. He sat down. He waddled in and sat down back on it. And I was like, yo, like, what the fuck?
Was that the one outing for those two guys?
Oh yeah. 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 The other guy, yeah, he didn't get blacklisted, but it's hard for him to find a job. And then that's the shy crackhead.
Wow.
Ended up running into him again. And then crazy crackhead, I don't know what happened to him, but thank God, man. That was terrible season. Terrible.
How long were you on the boat with those two?
Oh my, 2 months. Yeah, I was struggling. I'm over here sleeping in the forepeak out of the house where all our rain gear is, sleeping outside because I think Killer Trackhead's trying to kill me. I'm like, yeah, this is terrible.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Can you describe the boat just so I can get or our listeners can get a picture of what it looks like? How big of a boat is it?
So the boat I'm on now is 58 feet. My old boat was a crabber, which was 137 feet.
Okay.
But I'm on now, it's 58 feet, all white. I think 32 feet wide, steel. Basically, boats are like houses on water. We have a washer dryer, oven, microwave, air fryer, stuff like that. But it's everything's kind of with its like own little trick. Like our stove has brackets and handles, so when you put a boiling pot, you could strap it in so it doesn't, slide. When you're cooking, combat cooking is what we call it.
That's awesome.
How much living space is there on that boat?
Actually, it's pretty nice, honestly. Forward of the boat has 4 bunks, and then I'm in the chief's room, and that has 2 bunks, and then the wheelhouse when you go upstairs is the captain's stateroom. So living space wise is you have quite enough. Usually guys have like curtains to, don't bother me or, stuff like that.
Yeah, get a little privacy,
Hmm.
a little bit.
Literally a little bit.
Yeah. Shoot, I forgot what I was gonna ask. Go ahead.
I guess I'm kind of blown away. You don't really think about it. So you have those bars to clamp in your pots. What other kind of other things are there on the boat that
On our
another
the
person?
toilet, we have what we call, and I call it the oh shit bar. While you're taking a shit, you can hold on to the bar so you're not sliding off the toilet seat. It has happened, mid shit, fucking slide off the toilet seat and fall down. Boats have a bunch of like spare toilet seats.
Oh,
Same thing with spare microwave plates.
smart.
Microwave plate. I've seen actually seen a whole turkey too. Boat rolled and the turkey just literally got airborne, and I'm like, oh shit, turkey! And then they're like, damn, we waited 6 hours, and I'm like, I'm still gonna eat it, man. I'm like, it's turkey.
You guys saved it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And we picked it off the ground, dusted the scales off, still ate it. But what else is another thing? Obviously, all doors have little clamps. Everything's tied in. What's another good one?
Is there an expectation for crew members to kind of keep their area
Yeah,
tidy and
like little boat etiquette,
right?
Obviously, no dishes in the sink while we're traveling because it's annoying. You're traveling, all here is clank, 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 clank. Make sure the toilet seat lid is closed. Because when the boat rolls, toilet seat will literally slam at max speed and crack that whole toilet.
Yeah.
But there's boat etiquette. Keep your space clean.
I remember what I was gonna ask. Are you connected? Is there any like cell service? Why internet?
Starlink, man.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we used to have this one called BMS or something. Literally can only text and call, but if the boat's not in a certain direction, no service at all. Starlink's literally been such a game changer for the fleet. Like I'm able to like watch the Super Bowl while I'm hauling gear, FaceTime my girl, literally live stream playing video games. Like, it's Starlink is definitely a game changer.
Oh yeah. Wow. When did that? I don't know exactly when
Oh my
Starlink
god,
came on.
3 years ago when the fleet started, actually everyone started purchasing. Like my first time ever fishing, no Wi-Fi on the boat at all. So when we went out crabbing, and we had this one trip where it was a month and almost 2 months, nothing. No cell service, no texting, no telling everybody I'm alive, stuff like that. It was that shit. I hate things, man. It sucked.
Yeah, it sounds rough. Um, what's the biggest thing that you miss when you're out on the boat from home?
Honestly, just I would say functioning like normally, having to actually relax. Because even when we're not working, like we have a weather day, there's still work. Even when we're like eating lunch, it's still don't enjoy your food. It's wolf it down get back outside.
Hmm.
Just the relaxing of not having to rush all the time, and the peace of I don't have to be out there.
Yeah, sounds like there's always something to do. You're either putting bait
Yep.
together, you're tying a line, you're
You're either
this.
maintenance or cleaning. It's endless on a boat.
Yeah. What are the big maintenance items? Can you walk us through? Like,
So
yeah,
it's like maintenance wise on the boats, transferring fuel, uh, making sure all your gear that's on the deck is 100%. We have I call our money makers are the block, the sorting table, the launcher, the crane, stuff like that. You got to make sure they're all greased up. Hoses are, holding in the hydraulic oil, or you're going to have a huge mess. And if one of those hoses blow and some of that hydraulic oil gets into the tank, can't sell the fish because it's contaminated. So then that 2 week trip we just had, gone.
Yeah.
Or
That's great.
it's always just repairing gear and making sure, it's good.
What kind of tools do you guys have on the boat? Like, do you guys have a welder?
Oh my God, so much. Welder, plasma cutter, whatchamacallit, for crimping hoses, and what is it, rosebud. Literally, like, the engine room has the inside of it's our whole tools. Nothing but tools. We got like a little bit of everything is on the boat, from electrical to welding. Is we can fix it on the boat if we want to.
Mm. How
Like,
often do you guys have to do that?
I mean, my boat's an older boat, so sometimes we have to get like, okay, there's a serious fix, but not really. I'll maybe say maybe like twice a year we have like a super serious fix, or it's a chief engineer failure, and it's like he didn't check this out, and now we have to stop fishing and go down and fix it. But usually stuff like that doesn't happen too often.
Right.
Do you ever have to get in the water for any reason?
We try our best not to, like running over a pot and getting the buoy line and shot line to get it caught in the rudder.
Hmm.
And our boat has these two things next to our rudder called cutters, and literally captain just drives back and forth, and the line will get twisted up, and the cutters will cut it. So we don't have to go in and swim down and actually have to cut it with a knife. But if we do have to, we'll go to town, hire a guy, get it done professionally.
Who would be designated on the crew to do that if need be?
It'll probably be the most experienced guy, so it'd probably be me. But knowing my captain and how badass he is, he'll be like, Luke, you stay up, watch, drive. The other two guys will watch me, and I'll go down.
Oh wow.
The captain, he's really, I mean, hands down, probably like my favorite captain. Dude shows a lot of love for his crew.
Good leadership.
Yep.
You said your position is a crew chief?
Yeah. Well, beginning of last year, I started learning how to chief.
Okay. What
So
does that look like? What's the day to day of that? Is that more of a leadership role? Are you?
yeah. So on deck, I don't believe in the term deck boss, but captain will tell me to do something, and I'm telling the other guys how he wants it done. I'm basically like his extension out there. But chief wise, once I get better at it, I'll be in charge of transferring fuel. Anything that breaks, I gotta worry about it. Changing hoses, driving. So when we're like, time to head into town, and I got to go through the a shipping lane where there's cargo ships. I'll be doing that. So instead of the guys waking up the captain, they'll wake me up and be like, "Hey, Luke, I don't know what's going on here. Can you help me out?" I'm like, "What's going on?" I'll go up, I'm like, "Okay, this boat's coming this way. This boat's coming that way. This boat's coming this way." And I'm like, "I got it from here." So main stuff like that. I'm also in charge of all the cooking on top of chiefing. So once I get more advanced into it, I'll start having more responsibility. As of right now, I'm the guy that's flooding the tanks and fixing hoses as of now.
That's awesome.
So when you're in charge of all the cooking, how do you plan for that?
Oh
Is that
my
kinda-
God, prepping. And it's not like, oh, go ahead and take 2 hours to cook. Everything's got to be done in like 30 minutes, 30 minutes or less. So breakfast is I already got the eggs already scrambled in the refrigerator. So I run in, cook it, cook the meat, done. A lot of prep cook.
Do you guys eat a lot of what you catch or no?
Sometimes we'll like dabble in a little bit, but throughout the season and dealing with it, we're like, I don't want to see this fish anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Like I did this last season, Captain was like, "You guys want to eat a wolf eel?" And I'm like, "What the fuck? A wolf eel?" The greatest shit I've ever tasted in my life.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought it would be the texture of it was kind of weird. It was like only that I can compare it to is like biting into a cupcake.
It was
Yeah,
sweet.
What is that? I don't even know what that is.
the wolf eel?
Yeah.
How can I describe it? Man.
How do you spell it? I'll just pull up a picture.
Oh, wolf eel. Literally wolf and eel.
Wolf.
Yeah, sometimes they come up, they're like 5 feet. Biggest one I've seen is 7 feet long.
Oh,
Head's like this big.
Those are ugly.
Yeah.
They look like
Tasty
little
though, man.
marshmallows.
They're tasty. Yeah, that's exactly it, man. Tasty though.
You said how big are those?
They can get to like 6 to 7 feet.
Unreal.
Yeah, they're
There's
huge.
so
The
many
most slimiest thing.
creatures. There's so many crazy looking creatures.
Yeah, those are the worst thing to get. Like having one of those on the table is fine. But when there's like I had a pot, we had like 15 of them, and they're all just biting everywhere. You can't really get a grip because how slimy they are. So
Have
like
you ever been bit by one of them?
I've never been bit, but I had one bite one of my crewmates in the heel. Pretty funny. He was making a bait bag, and I'm like, Chewy, watch out, Wolffield. And he goes, "Huh, mijo?" And he's like, get it. I'm like, I didn't know because there's teeth on them when they come out are so like, I would say like they're not really sharp looking, but they look like if they would bite you, their teeth would break. So I'm like watching this thing bite his leg, and I'm like, oh, he's still not letting go. And I'm like, oh, he's puncturing your skin. And I like went over there and like got a crowbar and like pushed it off and threw it overboard. And he's all like, "That fucker got me, mijo." And he's like looking at his boot, and there's like a little hole, and he's like inside his boot, there's leftover teeth.
Oh wow. Dang.
That was pretty funny.
That is
Jeez.
crazy.
What about have you ever been like pinched by a crab or I mean I'm sure
That's like an everyday thing.
Yeah.
Snow crab and bird eye, the littler crab you don't have to worry about, but king crab though, oh my God, it'll bring a grown man down to his knees. But usually, if you get pinched by a king crab, it's like you're not moving fast enough because they're really, really, really slow. But they get your pinky, they're breaking it.
Dang.
Yeah, they're breaking all that. They're breaking it all.
Damn. That's crazy.
Other than that'll cause you pain. I mean, snow crab and bird eye will hurt you but not injure you. But dungeons and king crab never want to get pinched. Dungeons got this like hook claw. It's like that. So when they pinch you, they're just jamming that whole claw into your hand, and they're quick.
Wow.
Literally, as you're offloading and they're in the tank, they're literally like. So you gotta lower the temperature of your tank to calm them down. But once empty the whole tank out to start taking them off, that's when they start waking up and they're like literally watching you squaring up.
Do you have different tanks for the different species of stuff that you guys are catching?
It's all the same tank, but the way we do each tank is different because we have these boards
Hmm.
and they'll make boxes. And depending on the style we're doing, like for gray cod, we do RSW, which is refrigerated seawater. So we chill the water. It'll be like, -8, or not negative, but like 30, 25 degrees, just to keep the quality of the fish fresh. But if we're doing longer trips like black cod, then we'll load up ice, literally giant hose on your shoulder, just 24 tons of ice just shooting out. And you got to layer each spot in the tank for the style of what you're doing.
Wow.
Crab's different. Oh, crab's the same. No bend boards. You don't chill the water. You just throw those guys in and they literally stack themselves.
There's just so much in
Mhm.
this world. It's awesome.
Even like if we're gutting halibut, which I hate, is you're touching the fish too many times. So you kill it, gut it, throw it down into the tank, get the string done, set it back. Now you got to go down and stack 5,000 pounds of fish. And they're all like 100 pounds, 80 pounds. You literally, or you stack them, your fish, all the way down, layer of ice. Fish, all the way down, layer of ice. And then you're also icing their belly.
Hmm.
So to, keep the meat fresh.
Yep.
What's the offloading process look like?
That's the easy part. So those guys will pull up to the dock, take their hatches off of the tanks, and then the offloaders guys will crane down a brailer, and those guys are with shovels, plastic shovels, sometimes little like ice chips to get the halibut out, but they're literally grabbing it, dropping it in the brailer to the cannery to process. Gray cod is different depending on what cannery you go to, but they all have adopted using a giant hose. So your tanks, hatches are off, full of water. Giant hose goes in and literally sucks out the fish out of your tank. So all you hear is there's like 40 fish going up. Crabs hand pitch, same thing. Brailer goes in, hand by hand, one by one.
Now I'm curious. This is probably a hard question, but what has been your best day? Your favorite day this
Oh
far in your
man,
career?
this last winter, no, maybe 2 winters ago, we built the boat up in a day and a half, both tanks, and we still had like I think we only had like 13 hours left. We're like, well, tanks are full, and then we ended up deck loading a bunch of fish on deck. So we had like, man, fishing giant. Oh, why my camera do that, bro? So the fish were, my bad. What the heck just happened?
Your camera thought it was going to be good.
Close up. Where's it at? There we go. Boom. All right. Zoom out. Oh my God. Inch by inch is crazy. There you go. Hey, we're back. But yeah, we filled up the whole boat in under 2 days, and we started a deck load. So we had these giant salt bags that can hold up to like 400, 500 pounds. And we had 6 of those filled with fish. We had pots filled with fish. We had our bait locker filled with fish. There was literally fish from the stern all the way forward of just fish everywhere. And I remember, I think I have the picture on my Instagram, but I'm laying on the table and I got like this 40-pound fish in the air. And I'm like, deck load.
That's
Now it was fantastic day. And the weather was nice too. And we're catching like 80 fish per pot. I was like, man, thank you, God, bro. This is perfect.
That's crazy. That's a good day. 80
Oh, that
pounds.
was fantastic day.
What's a bad day? Or I guess what's your worst day?
Oh, my worst day be my first time ever getting hit by like a really, really big wave and it caught me off guard. And nobody saw it coming. It was that fast. We were fishing, we're like maybe 50 miles away from the Russian border. And weather was looking pretty bad. And it was literally like whiteout, snowing. And we're sorting crab hella fast because it's negative out. And when crab come out the pot and they get that cold, they die like within 5 minutes. So everybody's like rushing, trying to sort. And I remember I just got done pushing the pot all the way to the end of the boat to tie it in. And then all of a sudden I hear, "Brr," and everybody's captain's like, oh, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like looking for it, and nobody knows where it's coming from because it's white out. And I just remember, boom, and I see a deck board get flung up in the air, and I'm floating in the wave like, oh shit. I'm in the middle of the boat. I'm not holding on to nothing, and I'm going like this, trying to find out where I'm at. I'm like, oh my God, bro, I can't believe I'm going to die like this, man. This is dumb. And I just remember the wave, subsiding, and I get slammed in the back of the boat. And everyone's like, whoa, whoa, looking for me. And I'm like, I'm here. And they're like, damn, bro, you got lucky. And I'm like, yeah. And then captain's like, yeah, we're going to shut down for tonight. We just ended up being shut down for a couple of days, turned into a hurricane.
Oh.
Yeah, it was terrifying. Still to this day, I still have nightmares of it. And that happened like when I was 22, 26 now. Still to this day, just vivid as ever. It's like the closest I've been to like,
Is there anything you could have done differently to avoid that, or
man, it was just
Just
should
happened
have
fast?
been. I mean, usually he wouldn't told me to push the pot before to push the pot to go tie it in because we're stacking them. He would have told me if he knew that wave was coming. Usually you can hear him because it sounds like ooh, and then they waves upon you. But nobody heard it because it was already blowing. Captain couldn't see it because it was white out. He could literally just see us when the lights were on. But anything outside the boat, just a glare because the lights are reflecting off the snowfall.
It's crazy. How do you, I guess this popped into my head, but obviously the water will ice over and
Mhm.
how do you guys manage that?
A lot of boats have things on them called ice belts, which is basically just their bow and outside their boat's probably like 2 to 3, 4 feet of steel, so you can just move slowly through the icebergs.
Mm-hmm.
Usually the ice doesn't come far or come down that far. Like this year, actually, yeah, this year the ice really came down really hard and it was everywhere. Usually it stays maybe like close to the Russian border or 400 miles away from town, but it came all the way down. Usually boats will try to avoid it and not fish that area. But if you do have to deal with it, it's all a game because you have to watch the forecast and the change of the current because the ice will literally run your gear over, pinch your buoys, and drag that whole pot 40, 50 miles away from its original location, or you'll just never see your gear.
Oh shit.
Yeah, biggest, really, really, really bad headache. Hate it. Eeriest thing hearing a giant iceberg grind on the outside of your boat, and you look out and you're like, oh, there goes blue paint. Oh, that one could have put a hole in us.
Dang. That's crazy. So the Russian border, I guess how do you know that border's there? Is there buoys out there?
Now, boats have like basically like Apple Maps, but it's called AIS or Globe, and you can see where the outline is of the Russian border on like your monitor. And then usually, if you get too close, Coast Guard's like fishing vessel, whatever, approximately 2.5 miles from Russian border, turn around. If we get too close, but usually boats are like 50 miles. I mean, these last few years, crab's been really close, like under 30 and 20.
You're like, no, come back, come back.
Yeah. I hate going out there because when the storm hits, there's, if you don't have the ice flow near you or land, you're just going to get your ass kicked.
Yeah. Do you see any land animals while you guys are out there?
Use some really funny. Sometimes we'll get like an owl, like a snow owl.
Okay.
Yeah. Funny, we had one, the crew was like, I'm like, bro, there's a snow owl in our mast. And they're like, you fucking idiot, Luke. Ain't no damn bird out there. I'm like, I may have not slept in 3 days, but I know when I see an owl and then like everyone's looking, they're like, oh shit, it's an actual snow owl. And he like hanged out with us for like a week. And then we were like 20 miles off an island and he just took off. Or sometimes we'll randomly see like a harbor seal or a sea lion. I haven't seen a walrus swimming, but still marine, but
Yeah, I'd just be curious if like, I don't know, a sea lion would swim up to you guys being that far out.
They'll hang out with us for like a couple days, chopping on like the bycatch we'll throw over, or by then they're like, we'll go to sleep and they're just like popping their head up and down, looking over like, what are you guys doing? Like, I'm hungry. Or if they're really athletic, they'll just jump and chill right on the boat. And then now we have a big headache of how the fuck we're gonna get this guy off the boat.
So what do you guys do? Is like shoo it off or?
There's we'll try to shoo him off, but there's a cutout on the side of our boat that we can take out. And then we'll like all corral him with like garbage lids, or we'll find something to use as a shield and be like, hey, get. Trying to shoo him out of there.
Right. Nick's camera just died. He's trying to figure that. He's still here with us though.
Yeah, I'm here. My camera's gone though. I was gonna ask, so I don't know if you answered this. I was kind of dealing with my camera issue, but what's the worst weather that you've ever had to encounter out there? Was it that whiteout that
that hurricane, man? Like
right
after
after
the
that?
whiteout was the hurricane. That was a horrible day. Literally like sitting in your bunk, feeling the boat go like all the way up, and you're like, oh,
That's crazy.
and it just explodes and everything shaking. And then like we were having watches, but it got to a point where I was like, I wouldn't say I was green, but I didn't have a lot of experience at the time. But I was getting nervous when I got on my watch, and I'm like, yeah, these waves are starting to look pretty fucking gnarly. And I like woke up the captain, and he's all like, oh shit, I shouldn't have any guys driving anymore. I'll take responsibility. And then he drove us throughout the night, or drove us through the day, the worst part of it, and then took a nap, and then we all did our rotations and then woke him up again so he could drive in the worst part.
Wow.
Yeah, that was when I saw our forward rail of the boat get hit by a wave and just completely ripped off. And captain's up there, oh, another boat project for you guys. And I'm like,
You guys have to build the rail while you're out on the water?
yeah, that was an important rail because that's where we would stack our pots. So we had to get the rosebud out, bend it back, and re-weld it, wait for it to cool down, put another weld, and another weld, and then another weld, just to make sure it doesn't get, ripped off. Can't win against the ocean.
Did you learn how to weld out on the boat?
Yeah. I mean, I'm still not good. I'm still learning, but it's not going to move, though. It's not going to be pretty either, though.
That's so cool. I mean, just the hands-on experience of being out there and all the time
Mhm.
that you have just to learn all this stuff.
That's the thing too. It's like even cooking. You know, I wasn't much of a cook at home, but fishing wise, it's like, all right, Luke, you're in charge of cooking now, and I'm like, well, this is the greatest time to figure it out now, and a lot of random skills. You know, you'll learn from fishing. Like I know a little bit of plumbing, a little bit of electrical, carpentry. There's a lot of like you know, like Captain now, he's literally like jack of all trades. Like we had a problem where our steering went out, and he, from his experience, which he taught me now, is he turned our electrical steering into hydraulic steering to get us out of the pickle, and he used our bait chopper handle, which all it is left and right, and that's all the steering of the boat is, left and right. And we took that whole thing off, had this like 15-foot long hydraulic hose connected all the way straight down to our steering, and steered with the bait chopper motor all the way back to town. And I was just like, how the hell did you figure that out? And he's all like, my captain before me taught me, and his captain before taught me that. And I was just like, damn, that's insane, dude.
I mean, there's nothing like on the job experience. And I feel like,
What I call is, the fire pit. It's either we figure something out or we wait a couple of days for someone to come tow us back to town.
yeah,
That was just insane that he just automatically, I know what to do. And I'm like, okay.
that's awesome. So, how would, if someone is listening and they're like, yep, this is for me, this is what I want to do, what would your advice to that person be?
Best advice, I would say, do not. I mean, if you think you got it in you, go out and try to hop on a boat. But if you're not sure about working long hours and not having a lot of sleep, I would go try processing first. Like get a job at a cannery, or if you want to even get better experience, get a job on a catcher processor so you'll be out on the water. Try that and see if you can last a couple months. Because even though they're uh, getting at least 8 to 12 hours of sleep, you're still going to be, depending on where you're at, you're still going to be working long hours. You're going to be cold. You're going to be wet. You're going to be dealing with fish. You're going to smell. You're going to be in a cramped space with people you don't know. I would try that, and if you're enjoying it, you're like, hey, this isn't that bad, then go look into actually getting a fishing job, because it's that, but times 40. Instead of being guaranteed 12 hours of sleep, you're getting 2 to 4. Instead of, someone cooking for you, there's, you're cooking, you know?
Yeah. So, a processing place.
Or catcher processor. And then, what else? Yeah. Would look into going into that first, then look for a fishing job. And then that also gives you more experience to, this guy, he's done this before. Okay. He knows a little bit about what he's getting into. He's not going in blind.
Right. Would you recommend this industry, this trade?
I mean, it's one thing I don't really call commercial fishing like a job. It's not a normal job. You don't clock in and clock out. I'm guaranteed a break for 30 minutes. It's a lifestyle choice. You're not going to be home a lot. You are going to make pretty good money, but if you're going to look into this, don't think of it as a normal job. Don't be thinking that your captain's going to be like, oh yeah, guys, just take a 30-minute to an hour break. It's you clock in as soon as you're off the plane, and you clock out when you're off the boat. You clock out when you fly home. It's not just, it's not normal. I mean, I would say for anybody young, ambitious, ready to like make a bunch of money and get out, but if you're trying to make a career out of it, it's going to be hard.
Right.
But anybody young trying to make some money, buy a car, get some of their college paid off, definitely go for it. But if you're not here for the long run, just trying to make a quick buck and get out, nah, I wouldn't do it.
You said you've been doing this for 8 years, correct?
Yeah.
If you were to go back and give yourself any piece of advice 8 years ago, what would you tell yourself?
Oh man. Let's see. Become, which I get more mechanically inclined and learn how to cook more, because that would have put me mechanically inclined would have had me so much ahead, so far ahead. But yeah, mechanically inclined and learn to cook, figuring all that stuff out now, and it's been a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
We're kind of coming up on our time here. We typically like to give our guests just a moment to say kind of whatever you want. If you want to give the guys a shout out, if you want to give anyone some advice, or just whatever you want to say to our audience. Now's
Uh,
your time.
Shout out two of my favorite companies. Whatchamacallit, CVSFA. Shout out CVSFA. Shout out my captain now, Wiley. Really great guy. Dude's one badass old man, dude. He's really really has taught me a lot about fishing and driving the boat. It's my dream to be a captain, and he's putting me on the right track. Shout out my girl. She's been with my whole fishing adventures and all this for years. Shout out Grandpa. Hopefully you're up there proud of me, seeing how far I got. Oh, and shout out my twin. No, he's been there too.
That's awesome. You're a twin?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Also, he's also out there, but he's a cook.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of twins in my life right now. I got 2-year-old twins, and I got twins on the way.
Oh, damn.
Back to back.
Yeah.
Back to back?
Back to back.
Damn. Yeah, twins run really, really bad in my family. Any women, if they get a pair of twins for the first one, and the next is going to be triplets.
Really?
That's what's happened to a few of my family members now, and it's still sticking to the code.
Yeah.
Bad too. Same thing with my girl's family. It's twins running there. I'm a twin. I'm like, oh my God, bro. Quadrulips. I don't need that.
Yeah.
That's a lot in one go.
Yeah.
And lastly, can you just throw out your social media so people can find you and start following your stuff?
Gotcha. YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. It's Mr. Fishen, Mr.Fishen. And Twitch is Chill Fishman. I like to stream us out at sea while I'm driving the boat or hauling gear. And then when I'm home, I'll stream myself kayak fishing or playing a commercial fishing game on what I do for work.
You said it. It's a lifestyle.
Literally. Oh, girl hates it. It's like you come home, you go fishing on your kayak, and you come back, you hop on the game. Now you're playing a game about commercial fishing in Alaska, and you're catching what you caught while you were at work in Alaska, gone for 4 months. It's like, when does fishing stop? Doesn't stop.
Does your lady go with you? Would you take her out fishing?
Normal fishing?
Yeah.
Yes. But when I get my own boat, hopefully she'll come out and do I'll only do 2 weeks. I don't want her to be miserable.
Yeah. Well, if you're ever out in Colorado, I could get you connected with some people that do kayak fishing here and all kinds
I'd love that, man.
Be good to get some skills, some knowledge from you. My dad's heavily involved. He's a professional fisherman, kayak fisherman. So be cool to gain some knowledge from both of you if you ever make it out this way.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Be a nice little adventure.
Yeah, it'd be sweet if you ever get some time. Definitely hit me up.
Gotcha.
Sweet. Well, thank you for your time.
Appreciate it.
No problem, man. Thank you.
Thanks, Luke.